fantasies are for sex, not public policy. When you go down the list of useless distractions that make up the Republican Party agenda, public unions and Sharia law, anchor babies and a mosque at Ground Zero, Acorn and National Public Radio, the war on Christmas, the new Black Panthers, Planned Parenthood, Michelle Obama's war on dessert. Oh, for Christ's sake, she's just trying to get you to eat a carrot, not stick it up your ass. You realize that one reason nothing gets done in America is that one of the political parties puts so much more into fantasy problems than real ones. Governing this country with Republicans is like rooming with a meth addict. You want to address real-life problems, like when the rent is due, and they're saying, how can you even think of that stuff when there's police scanner voices coming out of the air conditioning unit? Do you know what Republicans in Congress were working on this week? Two gym teachers named Senator James Inhofe and Representative Steve King introduced a bill that would require that all government functions be conducted in English. Because you let someone down at the DMV say "sí" instead of "yes," and the next thing you know, George Lopez is hosting The Tonight Show.
Yeah.
In Oklahoma, the voters there banned Sharia law, which is the strict religious law in the Quran. And who can blame them, what with their Muslim population rapidly approaching zero? Did you hear about Clem? He stoned his daughter to death last week for missing curfew. I'm joking, of course.
Sharia law, you see, it's a thing where he...
it's okay. We'll explain it later.
All right.
And how can you explain the fixation with Acorn and voter fraud? Republicans are obsessed with people cooking up wild, non-existent schemes to vote, ignoring one important truth. This is America. No one wants to vote. What's next? Jury duty fraud? Washing the dishes fraud? I mean, the things that these people get exercised about. Sarah Palin is one of those leading the charge to get rid of Planned Parenthood, because there's two things Sarah Palin is not interested in. It's planning and parenthood. And then there's the new Black Panthers.
Right on.
Look, Republicans, I know this picture from Election Day 2008 scared you. If these guys weren't trying to intimidate voters, why did they show up at that polling place deliberately black?
Yeah. Good point.
Loved it.
And now it's 2 years later, and that picture still scares you. Look, that guy who drove up from Orange County just ran out. But it's time you understood something. Every black person scares you. Unless they look like Urkel, talk like Colin Powell, and wear Bill Cosby sweaters, you fill your adult diaper. But here's the thing. There are real problems. Climate change, loose nukes, debt, infrastructure, the wealth gap, our addiction to oil from weird, distant places run by monsters that want us dead, like Alaska. But NPR is not a problem. National Public Radio isn't corrupting anyone, and I'll tell you why. Because the simple-minded sheep who take orders from the radio are all taken.